Now, we are going to take up one more problem on projections of laminas, how to solve the problem number 107 and analyze by using the sketchbook. So, true that the problem reads as a square lamina of capital ABCD of 40 mm side rests on corner C such that the diagonal AC appears to be at 45 degrees to VP. The two sides BC and CD containing the corner C make equal inclination with HP. The surface of the lamina makes 30 degree with HP. Draw its top and front views. A square lamina ABCD of side 40 mm side rests on corner C. Since it is resting on corner on such that the surface makes an angle, since it is the surface inclination is given, so here you have to make the surface of the lamina is parallel to HP. Since the surface has to make parallel to HP, then you are going to be able to get the true shape here. Since it is resting on corner, the extreme point should be the corner points. And also he says that the corner C is resting on HP, so we are considering this point as C here, and then B, A and D. As we see from the top view, as each of the sides will going to have a square of 40 mm side, and when you look from the front view, CBA is near to the observer, so C dash, B dash, A dash is visible, and D is away from the observer, therefore D dash will be in bracket. So as we see from the front view, all the sides are parallel to HP, therefore you are getting the true shape in HP. And when you look from the top view, the surface is perpendicular to VP, therefore you are getting a line. The same thing what we have been told here has been executed in the orthographic view. Then he says the two sides of BC and CD containing the corner make equal inclinations with HP, and the surface of the lamina makes 30 degrees with HP. So once you, so initial position is the surface is made parallel to HP, and then the surface is made to incline to HP at 30 degrees. Once the surface is made inclined to HP at 30 degrees, then what happens? This is how the object will going to look like in the 3 dimension. And these two sides BC and CD containing the corner make equal inclinations with HP. So this condition is satisfied. As we look from the side view, the two sides, that is BC and CD containing the corner is resting on HP, makes equal inclinations with HP. So the inclination made, as we see from the side view, so that image will going to fall on the right profile plane. You can see here it is making 26.57 degrees on this side, and also 26.57 degrees makes on this particular side. So this is the meaning of what we talk about, the two sides BC and CD containing the corner make equal inclinations with HP. As the surface becomes inclined with respect to HP, since it is resting on corner, as the two sides as makes equal inclination in the initial position, the same thing will going to continue as the surface makes equal, the surface is made inclined to HP. And this is how it will going to look like in the orthographic view. But actually this is need not to be shown, since the explanation has to be given to this particular condition, which is the two sides BC and CD containing the corner make equal inclinations with HP. So that is the reason why we have shown this, which makes equal inclination as the two sides containing the corner, which is C double dash. And the surface makes equal surface of the lamina makes 30 degrees with HP. Since the surface is inclined, so write the corresponding top view. Now, as the surface, the such of the diagonal AC appears to be inclined. Since it is appears, so that means he has given the apparent inclination. As the surface becomes inclined to HP, since the diagonal is containing the corner is also becomes inclined with respect to HP at 30 degrees. So now we automatically it becomes apparent length. And he has also given the inclination given is also apparent inclination. From the projections of lines, on the apparent inclination, you will go to get the apparent length. Therefore, you reproduce the second position top view here without finding out the beta inclination, because he has already given the apparent inclination, and since the length is also apparent here, so you transfer directly on that apparent inclination line. How do I know that it is the apparent inclination? He says it appears. Appears means it looks like the angle which is inclined at 45 degrees to VP. So therefore, since he has given the apparent inclination and the length is also apparent, so reproduce the second position top view here and then write the corresponding front view. So this is how it will going to look in the final position, and here the surface is made inclined at 45 degrees to VP. The diagonal makes an angle of 45 degrees to VP. Therefore, in the front view, it will going to look like this. So this figure and this figure is one and the same. This is how you can be able to analyze this drawing, analyze this problem. And now we will try to solve this problem by using the sketchbook. First, we will going to draw an XY line with a thin line, and you mark XY and VP and HP. Now, since it is resting on corner, so first you draw a horizontal line, consider any point and you mark that point as small b. Then by using the protractor, you measure an angle of 45 degrees on this side and also 45 degree on this side with respect to the horizontal, and then draw this inclined line from B towards right side and also from B towards the left side. Then by using the compass, measure a distance of 40 mm with B as center, cut an arc on this 45 degree line on this side and also on this side at 45 degrees, and you mark the point as small a and small c. Then again with A as center, take the same radius of 40, draw an arc, and with C as center, cut on the previously drawn arc and you mark this point as D. Then join P to A to D, D to C and C to B with a dark line. Then from C, draw a vertical projector to the XY line, and from B and D, draw a vertical projector to the XY line, and also from A, draw the vertical projector to the XY line, and you mark this point as C dash, then B dash and D dash in bracket, then A dash. Then join C dash to A dash with a dark line. Now in the second position, you take any convenient distance from the first position front view and you mark this point, and you mark this point as C dash, and then by using the protractor with C dash as center with respect to the XY line, you measure an angle of 30 degrees and draw an inclined line. Then with C dash, by using the compass, take the distance from C dash to A dash of the first position front view and transfer from C dash of the second position and cut an arc on that 30 degree line, and you mark this point as A dash. Then again by using the compass, you measure the distance from C dash to B dash. From C dash, you transfer it on the second position front view, and to get this point, mark this point as B dash and D dash in bracket. Then join C dash to A dash with a dark line. Then you draw a vertical projector from C dash and also from A dash to the top view, and draw a horizontal thin projector line from C and A. Both these two lines will intersect at this point as C and also this point at A. Then mark this point as C and A and draw a vertical projector from B dash and D dash, and draw a horizontal projector from B and also D. Both these two lines will going to intersect at this point which is B here and also at this point which is D, and mark them as B and D. Then join A to B, B to C, C to D, D to A with a dark line. Then you consider any point at some distance from the second position top view and draw a horizontal line with that, and you mark this point as C. Then by using the protractor with C as center with respect to the horizontal, you measure an angle of 45 degree and draw an inclined line. Then by using the compass, measure the distance from C to A of the second position top view and transfer from C of the third position and cut an arc on that 45 degree line, and you mark this point as A. Then you measure the distance from C to this point of the second position top view and transfer from C onto that 45 degree line so that you will going to get this point. Then draw a perpendicular to this inclined line CA, and then you measure the distance from this point in the second position top view to B, and also from this point to second position top view of D by using the compass. Then transfer from this point towards the bottom side to get B, and towards the top side to get D. And you mark this point as B and D, and join A to B, B to C, C to D, and D to A with a dark line. Now you draw a vertical thin projector line from C to the XY line to mark this point as C dash, and draw a horizontal projector from B dash and D dash, and draw a vertical projector from B and also from D. Both these two lines will going to intersect this horizontal projector at this point for B dash and at this point for D dash, and you mark them as B dash and D dash, and draw a horizontal projector from A dash from the second position front view, and draw a vertical projector from A of the third position top view. Both these two lines will going to intersect at this point, and you mark this point as A dash, and then join A dash to B dash, B dash to C dash, C dash to D dash, and D dash to A dash with a dark line. So this is how you will be able to complete the drawing by using the sketchbook, and show the dimension of 45 degree here, and then 30 degree here, and here of 40 mm. And these dimensions which is shown only for reference. So this is how you, and how do I know that my problem is right? Even in the final position, we can see that corner is resting on HP. The corner or the diagonal containing the corner appears to be inclined at an angle of 45 degrees to VP, and the surface makes an angle of 30 degree with HP, and this is a square of 40 mm, and it is resting on C is on corner. So this is how you will be able to analyze and solve the problem by using the sketchbook. Thank you.